Gentlemen, thank you so much for joining me here today. It's the name's so nice, I gave it to him twice. I've got Jack and Jack from the Dead Poet Society. How are you today?
Good. How are you?
I'm doing well. I'm doing well. And we mentioned it just before the interview, so we're going to jump back into that. You guys noticed the Majora's Mask in the background there. Do you guys have a favorite Legend of Zelda game? Are you gamers yourself? Do you still get time to play?
I am, and this might be controversial, but Breath of the Wild, I think, is one of the best games ever made.
I think that's a safe opinion. If you said something like Twilight Princess or Skyward Sword, maybe we'd question that a little bit. But
It's been
no.
so long since I've played those games too that I'd probably have to replay them to really truly give a educated opinion.
Look, I think sometimes nostalgia is best left being nostalgic, and you just don't dive back into those things because you envision it. I remember I've played games years and years later, and in my head they look like PS5 graphics, and I've gone back and I'm like, how do I ever think that looked good? Like the
Yeah,
nostalgia mind just kind of sugarcoats everything. It's a beautiful thing, though. It's a beautiful thing to have
yeah.
those memories. Sometimes they're best left as memories.
007 Nightfire. Did you ever
Yeah.
play that game?
Yep, I
Yeah,
played all those growing up, man. Like all the, of course, GoldenEye,
yeah,
N64 kid down here as well. So and one of those things you go back to the Donkey Kong mode in those games as well. It's a good time. It's a good time. There's going to be some people watching this interview that weren't even alive when the Nintendo 64 were out, going, "What are these boys talking about?" But it was a good time. It was a good time to be alive. But speaking of memories, you're going to be creating some when you're coming down here for the Good Things Festival. How are you guys feeling about that? Very exciting, very big lineup as well.
yeah. We're stoked, man. It's gonna be good.
Yeah, bucket list for me. Getting down there. Can't wait.
I was going to say, and you guys are coming at the perfect time of year. It's the start of summer, beautiful weather down here. So you're gonna kind of experience the whole thing. Is there anything you guys, before we dive into the festival, you're kind of hoping to check out or see while you're down this way? It's not exactly a quick trip down under.
What should we see? Because I have no idea.
I don't know. I reckon I always suggest to people to do the touristy thing. Go to Australia Zoo in Brisbane. Go hold a koala. Go see the kangaroos. Do all that thing. Go Opera House, of course. It's the kind of building that I'm going to break the illusion for you. If you see it, it looks like a stacked dishwasher. So
Oh yeah.
yeah.
Okay. All right, good to know. I was gonna say something about it. You said hold a koala, but I learned something about koalas recently. I don't know if you know this or not, but instead of producing milk, the baby uh flips upside down and then eats the shit out of the mom's ass as sustenance.
It does
That's
that.
just
It does that to build its immune system. Like that. That is true. That is something
it's
they do. It,
crazy, dude.
they also have chlamydia. So if you're going to hold one, wear protection, I guess.
Cool.
Yeah,
You know what?
they're an interesting
I'll
animal.
give
They're
that
an
one.
interesting animal. But tell me, boys, like I had to guess. I was looking a bit online to see if I could find an answer to this one, but I couldn't. Dead Poet Society, interesting name for a band. It's obviously the name of a very popular Robin Williams film, but was that the intention, or like how'd you come up with the name of the band?
It's just a drunk suggestion by my ex-girlfriend who was in the band at the time back in 2015. No,
No, like
way
2012,
earlier.
2011.
Oh
Yeah.
wow.
It's
We
before
needed a
I was
name.
in the band.
Had a game. Yeah, it was before Jack was in the band. We needed a name for this gig that we were playing. This like frat house, and it was a horrible gig, but we needed a name for the gig. So classic. We'll go with that name story, and then it stuck.
Hey, look, a drunken night is it's the perfect Aussie answer to give us, at the end of the day, kind of. Yeah, so we can accept that. We can accept that one.
There we
Yeah.
go.
But how's the journey been? You guys have been around for a little while now. You got two full-length albums out. You've kind of started to tour all around the world. You're kind of knocking Australia off the bucket list. But I was reading that it all kind of started in Mexico. Was the popularity? What was the go with that? How did that blow up? That's an interesting place to kind of first expand.
Well, we had a song called Sound and Silence, and we made a music video for it. And and we Jack and I were sitting in his room and we had just put the music video up, and then we realized you could you could boost the views by just hitting refresh on the page. This is early days of YouTube before they had that. So we were just doing it, and then we were like, I don't know, let's put money behind it. We didn't know what any of AdSense was or anything like that. And so we had $100. And so we were like, what do we do? And so we started putting all these different countries in, like trying to see which one gave us the most amount of like reach for our, for our $100. And so we were like Mexico. And so we put $100 into Mexico and then didn't think about it. And then turns out that $100 put our music video in a suggested thing for this guy named Joe, who had a really big YouTube channel down there called Pepe Problemas.
Yeah.
So I guess at some point he clicked on it and was like, this is sick. And then he shouted it out in one of his like videos. And then it was just like, boom, all of a sudden the like views started like spiking. And we started getting all these comments in Spanish. And we were like, where is this coming from? Like, oh my God. And then we found the video and we reached out to the guy. And it turns out he had a band too. And so we were like, let's go down there. Let's tour with you. And he was like, yeah, man, like, sure. Just let me know when you're coming and we'll book some shows. And so we had like $1,500 from some thing that our music had been put in.
Yeah.
And we took that $1,600 and bought plane tickets to Mexico. And we told the guy, hey, we're coming these dates. And he was like, oh shit, you're actually coming. So he booked a bunch of shows. And then from then we ended up touring Mexico like 9 times. I mean, we toured Mexico before we ever toured the US, really.
Wow, that's crazy. So you kind of figured out the algorithm before Mr. Beast did. That's you broke it for everyone else.
Out. Yeah, I wouldn't say figured out, but
yeah, broke it. I love that. That is wild. That is absolutely wild. Because yeah, you definitely can't do that now. I try it myself. You refresh it, goes, no, you've already watched it once. Doesn't work no more. That's great. Is that what kind of led to the collab with the Warning that you guys put out? Because they're kind of blowing up everywhere at the moment as well. And you've got the music video. How'd that one happen?
That one happened because we played Aftershock the same day as that. And I messaged them on our way to Aftershock, actually the day before, and asked them, like, would any of you guys be interested in singing on stage with us? Because we know, you guys like our music. And Paulina, the drummer, was like, I will do it. I'm so down. And we were like, sick. So she came out on stage and it ended up going really well. And so we ended up like kind of putting together like a recorded version of it with all 3 of them singing on it. And worked out.
Yeah. It's a beautiful thing sometimes. Sometimes the stars just align. It seems to kind of, Mexico seems to kind of be your home base, so almost a second home away from home at the end of the day. But moving on from that as well, and before you come down here, has there been anything while you guys have been out touring, being a part of this band, which has been a bit of a pinch me, I'm dreaming moment? I never envisioned this type of thing happening.
It happens every few days for me, at least.
That's cool.
Right now, which...
No, go.
Right now with Chevelle, we're playing the biggest venues we've ever played right now. So just about every night, there's a moment for me when we're on stage where I sort of try to get the whole peripheral of the whole venue. So it's just trying to look as far into the back of the venue as I can, just take it in, soak it in. So we have plenty of those moments. It's really awesome.
Yeah, you kind of have that every like few days, like Jack was saying, where it's just like you kind of remind yourself where you are. Because you're going through your day to day, and then all of a sudden you're like, "Whoa, this is actually happening."
No, that's what. Do you get the nerves? Has stage fright gone away, or are you getting out seeing these big venues? The point where you can see a flashlight up in the top corner from someone's phone, like you don't even know.
I've had literally no nerves the past 3 shows. I think it's because we've played these songs like 50 times already this year. And this particular set is so calculated because we want to put pack as much as we can in 30 minutes. So we don't want to leave anything to chance for this opening slot. So everything is sort of calculated, which makes it a lot easier to, like, for me at least, to not be stressed about.
Yeah. And I think that it's just, for me, it's we've played so many shows
Yeah.
and gradual growth of things, that extremely gradual growth of our band is has just kind of like you kind of acclimate very, it's occasionally you get this like jump step where all of a
Yeah.
sudden you're in a crowd that you've never been in front of, and that's when I get nervous. But then beyond that, it's like it's we pretty much have spent a good chunk of our lives now on stage, so it feels very natural.
Yeah, no, well, that's a good thing. And that's a good thing to prepare you because you haven't been down under. You're playing a festival show down under. Good things. My favorite festival to go to in Australia as well. Do you have any expectations of what the Aussie crowd might be like? Because to say we're a bit of a rowdy bunch might be a little bit of an understatement at the end of the day.
Really?
I mean,
Oh,
that's
yeah.
still up, dude.
Yeah.
Like the more energy, the better, dude.
I don't know. There must be something in the water down. Well, there is something in the water down here. Every animal in Australia is trying to kill us. So when we go out to these shows, we live our life. We're fearless. You're going to see the most crazy costumes in the crowd. You're going to see moshing crowd surfers like you haven't seen. I don't know. It's like get a rave crowd and a rock metal crowd together. That's an Australian festival audience. So
You're firing me up. That
yeah.
sounds like a
Firing me
Yeah,
up.
yeah, no, and I'm not even sugarcoating it. You're like, bring your A game, like, come out, just get prepared to be like, okay, wow, those Aussies, that's why they kept them all down there in Australia. That's why we shipped them all down there. Because if we were spread out over the globe, it'd be nuts, it'd be chaos. We need to be isolated on this one little island at the end of the day. But yeah, I hope you guys are pumped for it because it's going to be insane.
Is it actually true that you guys are like or your ancestors were all like prisoners and stuff like that?
Yep. We were convicts
Oh.
from England. They shipped us all the convicts down here to kind of work and develop the land. So yeah, we're all. If you get all the prisoners from England and you put them down on a beach, a kind of a nice, beautiful, sunny beach terrain, we evolved into this wild animal that it's strange. We've got weird, funny accents. We're all walks of life, but it's like, I don't know. It's constant party vibes, and in those festivals in particular, like I said, not sugarcoating it, it's going to be nuts. So like, bring the energy, because if you bring the energy, that crowd is going to match that energy for you.
I like that.
Beautiful. And guys, before I let you go, I have got to ask the question. We're called Metal on Tap here. If Dead Poet Society was, let's say, a cocktail or a drink, what would it be? What would you be serving up to the audience? Yeah, you take some time to think.
I'd do a mojito.
Mojito?
Yeah.
I was gonna say an old fashioned because you're still drinking, but it feels classy, but
Yeah.
you're still just drinking something that's gonna get you fucked up. So
I love it. Classy, but gets you fucked up. Well, gentlemen, it's been an absolute pleasure. I hope you guys are excited as we have to have you down here for good things. Enjoy the rest of the tour. We can't wait to see you this December.
Thanks,
sweet,
man.
man. Thank
Cheers.
you.